Hey y'all, this is Mr. Midnight. Another Bible review. Yet another RSV Revised Standard Version Bible through St. Benedict Press. This is the Spiritual Warfare Bible. I probably got this Bible. Oh, I said in my last review that I got my study Bible like 10 years ago. I think it was actually more than 10 years ago. This one, I think, actually was 10 years ago or so. I want to say it came out a little before or after my eldest son was born. And it's kind of neat. Um, this came out, this Bible came out after this book. The current, I don't know what you would call him, what his actual role is, but Paul Thigpen, he's an apologist, he's an author, he's an editor. He's pretty much in charge of TAN and St. Benedict Press. I don't know what capacity, what job title he has, I don't quite remember. But he has just put together some really great stuff. I really love the manual series. I have almost all of them, but I've given out like at least one or two of these as a gift, and it's not as thorough or as good as like say any of Father Ripperger's books, which will be a shock to people that know me. No, I don't have any of his books, and I haven't read any of them. That would surprise a lot of people that I didn't rush out and get them. But I consumed so much spiritual warfare material over the years that I kind of got burned down on it for a while, to be honest. And it's like any subject. When you've read enough of it, you start to find that very few books really give you any new information. So I just didn't really delve into that subject for a very long time. I will say that this is probably one of the best books on this subject, and I think it's valuable not just because of the information inside it that you would read, but just also the prayers that are in here as well are really efficacious and very good. Um, but long story short, if you have this, do you necessarily need this? No. Um, this is maybe like a fourth or less of what's actually in here. Uh, they're companion pieces. They go well together, obviously. Um, if you're in deliverance ministry, which I'm not, I have a family, so I don't want to bring anything home. But let's say you're in deliverance ministry, or say, just say that you're in law enforcement, or you're in a first responder, you're working security, you're working EMS, maybe you're working as a graveyard shift ER nurse. This might be a really valuable book because you're going to be saying some weird stuff. You're going to be dealing with some weird stuff, not just weird people, but some weird things. Especially anytime you work past midnight, there is just a world of strangeness, and I've only seen a fraction of it. And I worked graveyards for 10 years and a little over because I had a short stint where I had to work graveyards again, and it wasn't too fun. But I think for people like that, this is a very valuable Bible. What's in here is basically just your run of the mill Bible, Revised Standard Version Bible, but they're like the other study Bible. There's just these sections with the glossy pages, and it goes over just some of the information that's basic in here. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's just actually pages taken from this book and put in this Bible. But it goes over, understanding the diabolical, understanding the nature of angels and demons, understanding what spiritual warfare is, understanding what the devil can do and can't do, and understanding the nature of temptation, of different levels of harassment, from possession to oppression to obsession, and it goes over what deliverance ministry is, extraordinary demonic activity. So it goes over all this kind of stuff, and it's chock full of art and a lot of really interesting information. But like I said, if you have this book, you really don't need this as a Bible. It's a great companion piece, but it's not necessary. I honestly, I'll be honest. When I got it, I was kind of a little underwhelmed. Um, I think because what I had hoped was that like 90% of this book would be in here. That would make it a really obscenely sized Bible. Now that I think of it, but I think I had hoped that there would have been more of what's in here and here. Um, but there's just it's just a good, really good book if that's what you're studying. If you're like in deliverance ministry, or say you are, a soldier and active service maybe, or say you're a military chaplain, or you're a police chaplain, or you're working as a ER nurse, maybe in a PAC unit, you know, or even a government security officer, working a graveyard shift downtown Fresno. That's always fun. And it goes over, know your weapons, the weapon of prayer. It goes into the use of sacramentals, the reception of sacraments, how that plays a part in the spiritual warfare. Yeah. And like I said, it's got these sections that are really just excerpts from this book here, and overall it's just a run-of-the-mill Bible. There's nothing really else special about this. It goes into the church teaching about spiritual warfare. It's got quotes from the Catechism. It's got this is the Catechism Council of Trent, and it's got stuff from papal documents, church councils. It's got even quotes of the saints. In fact, I think there's actually maybe more glossy pages than in the study Bible. So I ran out of ribbons. I had to start using some prayer cards here. Yeah, spiritual warfare and lives of the saints. It goes into that. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is in that book there. But say you didn't want to back both books, then this has enough in here to get you by. The Bible itself is the Word of God. It's one of the most powerful weapons that we have, aside from, of course, the sacraments, which at least especially the Eucharist, involve the direct or real presence of Christ. So these also have the prayers. I don't think they have all the prayers, but they have at least a few of them in here. Spiritual warfare prayers. But if you want, like I say, an app, Father Ripperger and the DeLorean Fathers, they have the Auxilium Christianorum prayer app. I've used it off and on over the years. It's pretty good. I found that a lot of the prayers I was already praying, they were actually part of this regimen. Not all of them, but at least a substantial amount. So, but overall, that's it. Like I said, great for someone in deliverance ministry, great for someone working graveyards, working as a first responder. Maybe even good for somebody living the monastic or hermetic life, or somebody that say is like a third order, and they're spending a lot of time alone. They're dealing with a lot of the diabolical temptation, because the devil likes to remind us of our past sins or past passions, and he likes to attack us. He likes to get us when we're alone, and try to tempt us back into our old ways. So I hope you found this review and my aimless rambling helpful. Until next time, you have a good night. This is Mr. Midnight.